Hi guys, Alan here. Had some questions that I want to answer, and some people have asked me how I get my tank so nice and blah 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 blah. Well, first thing is know your water. Water is very important. You need to make sure your tap water is good for a tank, and what I mean by that is in the UK you can have up to 50 parts per million nitrate in water, so there's no point taking water out of a tank that's got less nitrates. So, and how to test it, make sure you get a liquid test kit, very important as well. Now there are some other things to do with that which we'll go into later on. The main thing is that if you know that you've got soft water, you need to go to soft water fish, and hard water, you need hard water fish. That's paramount really. Okay, so on that, the next thing would be fish. Obviously if you have hard water you don't want to put soft water fish in, and vice versa. So check to see what fish. If you've got hard water, you're looking at mbuna, cichlids, stuff like that, you know, live bearers, guppies. Also what food they eat. There's no point getting a fish that eats greenery, the herbivore, and feeding it meat. So check on that. Also the compatibility with other fish. So there are plenty on the internet about fish, what compatibility. You can look at images, you can see what you really want. Okay, check that first before deciding on a fish, because it'll only break your heart if you can't have them. Also on that, you need to know the fauna, the way your tank is going to look. If you have a fish that grazes on rocks, then you need rocks. If it needs sand, it needs sand, like Corydorus. The best do on sand. There's no point having really just a lot of rocks and gravel if you've got Corydorus. So know the fish, you know, do a little bit of research before you go down there, because that's going to be really important for you. On that note, if you're going to do a planted tank, then you need a substrate that's going to be good for plants. Yeah, so there's no point having a really detrimental, no mineral based things. I normally use stratum because I have plants. Okay, that will or can affect your pH. So if you know, if you've got a fish that needs a hard pH like 8, you know, you're going to look at something like that, which is going to make a big difference. It will make a big difference, so check on that as well. I personally go for a deep sea bed, because it helps with filtration. You know, when you cycle a tank, it's not only the filter, it's surroundings inside the tank, so keep an eye on that. So I always have deep gravel, and the next thing would be filtration. You really want to sort of run your tank about 4 times. So if you've got a 200 litre tank, you want to turn the water over about 4 times an hour, so that's an 800 per hour. Now remember, if you get an external and it goes under your cabinet, make sure you halve it, because the quoted figures they give you is normally without media and without no head height. If you're going up a metre or 2, then obviously it's going to be a lot less. So I always say, if you've got, like this for instance, this is a 240 litre tank, so I need 1,000 litre turnover. Now that is a quoted figure. Now if you think about the one that it comes with is a 306 or 307, that's really on the limit of what you can do with this. So I would upgrade straight away for the next one up. This has got a 406, and as you can see, it's perfect for this tank. Also on that note, make sure you cycle everything properly. There are lots of videos about cycling. I'm not going to bore you with that, but you need to leave your tank set up with an ammonia source for at least a month before you even consider putting fish in there. It's going to go through a lot of changes. You're going to get cyanobacteria, brown algae. It's going to, you know, until you get the balance, which is basically the last video that we've done. I always use live plants. Okay, not only are they a good source of nutrition for fish, as you can see over there, the garas love to have a graze on the rock and all that, but they're grazing for bacteria, for algae, sorry, and so you need a source of algae. Algae comes from plants. You can transmit a lot. If you look at these guys, they've got a little bit of brown algae on them already, which is fantastic for them. They will enjoy a good meal. I love that because also it removes a lot of nitrates. With the plants that I've got in there at the moment, my nitrates are only 5 to 10 parts per million when I do a water change. Now if you think about it, my water has 50 parts per million, so the only thing that's happening there is the filter is obviously taking all the ammonia out, and the plants are sucking up the ammonia and the nitrates. So that's a good idea. Patience is the key to any aquarium. Okay, if you rush it, it will fail. That's paramount. Don't try and second guess it. Get it right first time, even if you have to draw pictures to get it how you want it. You know, with any tank that I do, as you can see here, they're all done the way I want them. Okay, they all have their little bits and pieces in them, and you will get a lot of success. So that's what you need to do. Guys, take care, and we'll speak soon. I think my Milo shrimp are my favourite shrimp. They get to a nice size, and if you look, they do a good job at cleaning up. Now, I think when you do a water change, it's only part of the story, you know. And it is fantastic to see. It really is absolutely an understatement. You know, having this in your living room or in a spare room, as I have, it can really bring everything alive. And you know, look at these plants, they're doing so well in here now. They're doing fantastic. That is one of the best filters on the market. U-series, they're a little bit noisier, but they are extremely good. He's doing really well in here, as is this one. It's quite good to see an interesting fauna change in here, because I have changed a lot in here, and I've done it gradually because obviously I want to keep the balance going. But don't get put off. It's a very good hobby and something you can look forward to every single day now.